Now, I heard on Mancow that they're changing the $20 bill from this guy, Andrew Jackson, who was a son of a bitch and responsible for the Trail of Tears that drove the Native Americans won a court case, and to keep their land, the 5 civilized tribes, the Seminole, the Creek, the Chickasaw, the Cherokee, to be able to keep their land and be part of the United States. And he said, well, you won the court ruling. Let's see, enforce it. So he took the army, drove them across southern Illinois so they'd freeze to death into Oklahoma. A son of a bitch. But you know what else he did? He won the Battle of New Orleans, and the United States wouldn't be here if it weren't for Andrew Jackson. We'd be under Crown rule, under the British Crown. Harriet Tubman. If you don't know who Harriet Tubman is, and you're in the United States, I don't know what to say. She was known as General Moses or Grandma Moses. She helped slaves escape via the Underground Railroad. She was a supporter of John Brown, who thought it was so disgusting that slavery existed, he actually massacred a bunch of people at Harper's Ferry. Now, did she keep the Union together? Did she do anything for the United States? She's a good person, but what about this guy? Crispus Attucks. He was one of the people killed at the Boston Massacre. Died for liberty. He was a black guy. Zachary Taylor. He's not on our money. He was actually extremely kind to the Mexicans in the Mexican-American War and said, don't treat them harshly. We shouldn't even be here. And people saw him as too merciful. Pocahontas. Chichi-Pinquay saved families during the after Tecumseh's uprising in the Fort Dearborn Massacre here in Chicago. Chichi-Pinquay. How about him? Nope, nobody knows about him. Everybody knows about Harriet Tubman, but nobody knows about him. Sacagawea was on the $1 coin, and then they put all the presidents on there and took her off. She's awesome. Lewis and Clark. But here's the thing. Putting her on there, it cleans everything up, makes everything nice. Every time you take out a 20 with Andrew Jackson on it, you're forced with the Trail of Tears. With the 5 civilized tribes, people who were good, who won a Supreme Court decision, he said, F you. He also had between 13 and 300 duels where he killed people. Old Hickory, they called him. But he preserved the United States. She, 100% good person, except for the fact that she supported John Brown in the massacre at Harper's Ferry. Hey, how about, what is it, the Massachusetts 57th. Do I have a picture of that? No. Oh, there's Susan B. Anthony, you bitch. Is that John Brown? Oh, Frederick Douglass. How about Frederick Douglass? Oh, he was one of the founding members of the Republican Party. We can't have him on there. Yeah. So, George Washington owned slaves. I mean, this is what I don't get. It should be people who fought for the country, preserved the nation, expanded it, did something like that. Now, everybody loves Harriet Tubman. But when you're forced to look at somebody like Andrew Jackson, or even George Washington, or even Thomas Jefferson, or even Abraham Lincoln, who, everybody was pretty much agreed slavery was going to die out. But, yeah, he was the head of one of the bloodiest wars mankind had ever seen up until that point. Crispus Attucks. Oh, he was a criminal. Yeah, but he fought against the British, and he was one of the first men killed in the Boston Massacre. Patriot. Zachary Taylor, again, said, yeah, we're not going to steal we're not going to steal Mexico. We're going to pay these people for it. And F you, Polk. I'll become president. You easygoing guy. So, this bastard, this son of a bitch, he should be on the money to remind us. Yeah, you know what? He kept our nation around, but he was also an evil bastard. he's a jackass. That's why the jackass is the emblem of the Democratic Party. I think he started the Democrat Party. Or at least the first Democrat president, just like Abraham Lincoln was the first Republican president. All right, peace to you. That's what I think. And the thing is, we should have more Native Americans on our money. And if people say, which Native Americans? Well, Sacagawea, Chichipinque, Pocahontas. And if you don't know who Sacagawea, Chichipinque, or Pocahontas is, and you live in the United States, you probably don't know who Harriet Tubman or Frederick Douglass is. The fact that we have a bunch of old, dead, white Protestant Anglo-Saxons on our money, yeah, brutal friggin' truth. Who else are we going to have? I mean, that's just as stupid as putting the Pope or Nelson Mandela on the money, because they were good people. These people deserve to be on money and deserve our respect and our remembrance. Everybody remembers her. There's no way, I can't imagine a human being not knowing who Harriet Tubman is. Grandma Moses, or General Moses, or just Moses. She saved 700 people from slavery. No, it was more like 60. Great human being, risked her life, risked life and limb. But how many other hundreds of people were on the Underground Railroad? Why not have, hell, Nat Turner or John Brown? Oh, well, they killed a bunch of people. Well, so did Abraham Lincoln. Right? But yeah, it's just the whitewashing of history. And we took off Sacagawea from our money and put on every president. Sacagawea should be on the 20. Pocahontas should be on the $5 bill. And Chichipinque should be on the $50 bill. How about that? Peace to you.